Today, Precarious plays Stardew Valley.
Just rolling in the shrooms. All the kinds. I got all your kinds of shrooms.
Are you turning them into healthy potions?
No! What? How? Is it this? Shit!
God damn it, game, you've been holding
There's
out on me.
another value-added product that I could make.
Well, it turns it into, it's right next to the bait box, bait cage, fish cage.
Fish cage, bait box.
There, that's the one.
Oh, man.
It turns it into a really useful dungeoneering item.
Oh, but what does it sell for?
I don't know. It's invaluable. It's a crazy good heal.
Okay. Well, I'll just keep the mushrooms in my fridge, like I've been doing.
Sorry
I have one of
that.
every mushroom. Man, that would have been so helpful back when I was trying to get to the...
I think that there's still a whole dungeon you haven't been in, man.
Yeah, I only got to 80. There are several dungeons I haven't been in.
I mean, in the desert, there's a whole dungeon you haven't been in. Let me use other words more clearly, more slowly. There are additional caverns exist for exploration.
That's cool. I did not know that.
Yes, I think it requires a skull key.
Damn it, I keep doing this wrong. I'm just... You know, I'm just all messed up.
Mm-hmm. You want to talk about it?
I need an eel! I've got less than half a season to get an eel!
It might not happen. I looked it up. There is a chance that she'll stock an eel, but the numbers for any individual item, because she can stock so many different things, it's really low.
But she'll still be in the forest, and I could still get an eel. Ooh.
Yeah, see, the thing is, I didn't investigate the wiki page enough to determine if that is just like a chance, if the chance listed, if that's per time you speak to her, or if she rolls on 15 of those items and any combination of them can appear, so maybe the odds are better than they first appeared to me. First appeared to be.
You know what's funny about this whole situation right now? I have gotten into like a good little groove, a good little habit, because it's the end of the season, and why don't I have a dinosaur yet? But everything is easy and good and all that.
Yeah.
But it's funny, I got into this game for the farms, and I can't, like, all I'm thinking about is going fishing right now.
Yeah.
And also finding a random eel, and like my crops that I had been obsessing over before are so secondary at this point. Like, look at this mess. That's not even next to the... that should be... it's so awful! I'd have to move the sprinkler, and then I'd have to kill all these trees to fix it. And the sprinkler should be there, you know, but here we are.
And
it is.
You could stand to just throw out the old one and get one of the ones that
like, what
waters
this? What
all
did I
adjacent
plant
tiles.
here? I don't even know. I think it's corn. Looks like baby corn, right? I don't know. You know what I'm going to do, though?
What? No, what are you gonna do? Don't do anything hasty.
This all needs to be beans.
Well, let it grow one more time and then knock it down, and then put your
harvest unevenly.
No, you can just leave those. You can harvest them like delay harvesting them one day at a time until they are all in sequence with one another.
Yeah.
The younger plants you harvest immediately. The older plants, the established ones with better credit scores, you weren't expecting that, were you?
No.
You can just delay harvesting them until everyone is nice and synchronized.
Okay, that does sound like a good plan that I can get behind.
But you should put your. I think that they gave you a seed maker, so you can use it to.
Yeah, it's already in there.
Oh, wow.
I'm
shiny.
the best.
I have a nerd problem.
Yeah, what's your nerd problem?
Father, forgive me, for I have sinned.
Oh, one of those.
Are you gonna buy into the bet, or?
I want to hear what you did before I give you some forgiveness, okay? This ain't
Yeah, but
Jeebus talking. This is me.
there's something more to say. You're supposed to say, right words.
My child.
Right.
All is
No, I think you're skipping ahead in the script. You tell me of your sins, something like that. Come on, this is
yes,
pop
my
culture.
child. Yes, my child. You may tell me of your sins. Unburden yourself. Whatever.
Father, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that you're. Yeah. Are you a board certified priest?
No. I'm gonna tell you that up front. You know why? Because I'm a cop and I have to tell you the truth.
I may not be board certified, but I am honest. That's just the golden rule.
It's its own kind of valuable. No, not qualified for this conversation. Keep your nerd problems to yourself. Just kidding.
Coveting is my sin. Yes.
Which one's that again? Is that the one where you...
That's where you look at the game your neighbor is playing, and then you want to get all up on that.
Oh, I thought it was something to do with, like... You know those things that... They're called duvets.
Yeah.
And you put them on top.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Coveting. Coverating.
All right. Because I'm not holding out hope for this eel, even though I am... I'm just making a show of being resigned so that the eel comes to me. We're gonna do something cute. I didn't bring it with me.
No, you didn't bring any of them with you.
I'm a failure. I'm sorry. I'm just messed up.
Next day, you can do. And now it's too late to go try again because it's almost 5, and you want to be there. You should go to the river and like fill your watering can up, I guess. Like
with tears.
Just cry.
I'm just all messed up. Oh look, a shiny thing. This is what I've been doing all winter. A spoon! I've just been running around and, like, picking trash up off the ground because all of my plants are dead. Except for the ones in the greenhouse. I don't really care about them anymore.
Are you sure that this is still a night market day?
It's not 5 yet. I was hoping there would be coral over here so that I could make a totem. Although I guess I wouldn't need it anymore.
Oh.
See? Night market is now open. I'm pretty sure it goes for 3 days, and this is the 3rd day, so we really got to make it count.
We've really got to roll hard on those drop tables.
Yeah, so this guy will send you home.
Right.
Okay, this is just a boat, and it's purple, and that's its job.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's actually probably a spaceship.
Those two are the decor boats.
Mm-hmm.
This is my favorite person.
Yes.
Love you.
Oh.
Thank you. See, she's making me coffee.
Ah, cool. Thanks, man.
She's so nice. I wonder if she'll give you another cup of coffee. Yes, it does smell great. Okay, sorry I tried that. Look at the sparkle. Okay.
And that takes you on a fishing journey, right?
Yes, but we can't go there yet until I check all the stores. This has a lot of yard decor, which I'm not allowing myself to get into, but I just wanted to show you the seasonal plants. See, that's the one I have, the cactus.
No, see, it says an ornamental plant that changes with each season. I suppose that particular one, maybe just for winter, it's just sad and it's always empty. Thanks, game.
Maybe. Well, anyways, I'm not so worried about him. He seems nice. I'll buy stuff from him next year. Anyway, All right. Oh, look, more paintings. I'm gonna spend all my money on art. Okay. Okay.
There's a life elixir.
That's pretty expensive. Maybe I should make some. Paint cake, rare seed, tulip, retaining soil, cranberry sauce. Who the fuck needs cranberry sauce? Ooh, a plant.
No.
I'll just get a lantern. Those are nice. I can build my new house and I can pick out all the furniture I want, but I can't have it. Ew. Log section. The hell you need that for? Plants, pumpkins, yams, cranberries.
So the thing that I've coveted, my friends and I, which is to say my other friends, which is to say my other friend, singular, yeah. Monster Hunter World, almost all of the content that will be available for that game until the big expansion comes out, almost all of it that will be available has been made available, and we have beaten almost all of it. So a question was posed to me, hey, this game is on Steam, is on the Steam Winter Sale right now.
Yeah.
It's on the Steam, for the Steam Winter Sale, it is available at a reduced cost. What is the title of the game? God Eater. The game is titled God Eater. And it was pitched to me as something that was like Monster Hunter adjacent. Personally, after looking at it, I would say that it's probably much closer to Armored Core. Because it looks...
You piece of shit. Sorry, what?
Actually manipulating the mechanics of the game, the inputs, right? Looks baby easy. Like, it looks terribly simple. And it seems like a lot of the actual nuance and thought you have to put into it happens before the battle. That shit looks fucking crazy. Like, it looks pretty thrilling to me, again, because I like Armored Core.
Yeah.
Because you know how it is, where it's like, maybe a long Armored Core mission is like 15 minutes. And then you go, I don't think putting those arms on was a good plan after all.
Damn these fish.
It's because you have a garbage rod. You have a garbage rod, you didn't do what you needed to do, you needed to put the other arms on, damn it. And what are you doing with that cannon? That recoil is too high, use the other one. I'm talking about Armored Core again, more. I'm heavily chastising you because your pre-battle planning wasn't strong enough.
Okay, I didn't know this battle was even gonna be in the game, okay?
I mean, now you're just goofing off. Ignore me and you focus on that fish, because that fish is a softball. Which I always thought was weird. Like, I'm pretty sure like the air resistance makes it like go less far and it's harder to throw. I never understood softball, and I never understood why softball was pitched as like a game for ladies. I always found softballs awkward to hold, you know? Because it's like the size of like what? Like a small grapefruit?
You told me to ignore you. I'm doing that.
Okay.
But I suddenly felt the vacuum in the conversation, and
It's just because I was wondering if you were gonna go for that box or not.
You worry about not distracting me. This is an expensive fucking fishing trip.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like 1,000 gold.
That's nothing. That is absolutely nothing. You can sell one bit of product that you make and get that.
Listen, when I was a young lad,
Back in the year
back in
one.
the day, you could get 12 fishing trips for $2. They don't even have dollars anymore.
The number was too small to be practical, so they abolished the dollar. Now everyone just uses a super dollar. Call them SDs. In my research on this game, God Eater, I came across a different Monster Hunter-esque title, which seems much closer to what I would want. It's called Dauntless. It's a free-to-play game from, I think, a fairly small team. It seems pleasant. It seems nice. And I think it seems more mechanically satisfying, like in the moment-to-moment action. Like it seems quite a lot more in line with what I would want out of something that was trying to copy Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Like it looks like it requires quite a bit of tact in the input. Because to me, that is the number one thing. That's the defining thing about Monster Hunter. I think that a lot of people misunderstand that. They think that the looty loop, if you would forgive me.
Thanks.
Like that's what Monster Hunter is, or that just fighting big monsters is what Monster Hunter is. Like that's the core, but they're wrong.
Yeah. I wish I had attention to spare for this conversation, but I have thoughts and feelings on that.
My thought and feeling, and also the absolute correct truth, fuck you, come at me, bro, is that animation is the core of Monster Hunter.
Spookfish.
Like understanding anticipation frames, both for like the enemies you're fighting and yourself. Like that warm-up period before a monster attacks and the cooldown period afterwards, learning when you can exploit that and using them to dodge incoming attacks and plan outgoing ones. Like that combined with understanding, basically like seeing the hitboxes of your own attacks. It's just there's this weird thing that can happen where whenever you really understand a weapon that you're using, sometimes you can do some stuff that looks crazy. So we were fighting Behemoth recently, which requires an MMO mentality, right? Like you need like a tank and then maybe like a couple people doing support. And when I was using a gun lance, if I used the wormstake cannon, which is a fairly lengthy maneuver that has very specific conditions, like you have to attack in a certain way before you can employ it at all. If you hit it in its face with the wormstake cannon, you will, as far as I can see, you always draw its enmity immediately. Like you'll pull it. You'll pull its aggro in an MMO sense, right?
Okay. For a second, I thought he was going to let me out while we were underwater, and I was like, no.
So there was a moment where I knew where Behemoth was going to be after standing up from being knocked down. So I just jabbed my gun lance up in the air and then fired off a couple of shells and then started the animation for the wormstake cannon. So whenever it stood up and went back to its neutral pose, its face would intersect with that attack.
Wow.
And it worked. It works. Sometimes, depending on the terrain. The point is that to me is what is important about Monster Hunter. It's animations and hitboxes,